This artist had one of the most viral breakouts in dancehall history. I would say he is one of the most prolific performer of his time and for his age. But fast forward to now, the buzz has cooled and him of everybody I wonder. What going with Jahshii? Now, I want to use Jahshii's career trajectory as a case study to talk about his rise, his fall, and his potential rebranding of his image. Now, Jahshii's rise didn't happen by accident. He entered the scene in the pandemic when the only stage artist had was YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. He had songs like 25/8 and Band Fight Away, talk about the ghetto people's struggles and the resilience. And enough of we did in the pandemic and we did feel oppressed by the lockdown and we just relate to everything we him saying and song him. Now, I fell in love with Jahshii as an artist for his stage performances. The man know him craft, the man put emotions in him performances, he make you feel him, he make you relate to how to the words of his music. But I know a lot of persons fell in love with him for his raw talent, his voice, his unfiltered interviews, and his street smart image that felt authentic and not manufactured. He tapped into a kind of emotional branding that was leveraging pain, pride, and perseverance, the core values that resonate with dancehall youths. At his peak, Jahshii became more than just a viral artist. He became the unofficial voice of the ghetto youths. But here's where the line started to blur. Viral energy can drive awareness, but if not aligned with a clear message and a clear brand image, it becomes unpredictable. So let's talk about what happened, the downfall. Sometimes as an artist, your personal struggles can affect your craft in a negative or a positive way. The positive way is where you create music that is relatable to other persons that are going through the same struggle as you. The negative part is where you have PR mismanagement and brand damage. So simply put, Jahshii's image got out of control. His rise was fast, but the foundation wasn't secure. Now let's break down the key PR issues. Now the first one was a reckless interview on ER with Anthony Miller. His Entertainment Report interview was raw and honest, and walla we love it and walla we agree with it, but it crossed into a line that most people would say this is disrespectful. The man come out and him real and him talk from him art, but a lot of people never like that, and because of that, instead of building media relationships, he burned bridges. So he burned bridges with some top artists where him say, nah really give the young youth them the shine, and them nah really bust the youth them nah, come to a collab with the youth them.
Give them man the afraid. Forget the exposure. Yes, the bounty killer would have give me a collaboration. No, them man they are the street, brother. The rest of them where you talk about where they live a foreign. You don't need to talk about them, brother. Talk about we know. Sleepless nights bring them bright days, yeah.
That can burn bridges with media influencers. As artists, everything has to be strategic. Everything you put out in the media has to be strategic. If you are going to be emotional in the media, it must be that you are doing something strategic for your brand. It cannot be that you're just pouring out your heart. Listen, nothing on this internet is real. Do not feel like you have to come on this internet and be real, because people are going to hate you for it, especially as a dancehall artist. Everything when you put out has to be strategic. So him come say a whole heap of things that people thought were reckless, and I'm assuming that a lot of media influencers draw away from him. Then in came the street allegations. In dancehall, the badman image sells, but if there's no clear line between performance and real life violence, promoters and brands will back off. So the allegations, whether proven or not, damage his booking power. Then the messaging got inconsistent, so it left him to get the youths to being in weekly controversies. Like, people don't want him at them event because they feel like they're going to shoot up them local vibes there. Then behind all of that, there was no media cleanup strategy. There was no spokesperson, no brand statement, just silence or more controversy. And don't get me wrong, controversy can build hype, but only if managed. Take Vybz Kartel, for instance. He had his legal issues, yes, but he controlled his narrative. He had controlled releases, curated interviews, and narrative ownership. Jahshii just didn't have that type of infrastructure. Then because of all of those personal issues, we saw him becoming reclusive. We not hear from him, we not hear the music, we not see him on the media, all of that. And then the lane got crowded. Artists like Roger Wild, Valiant, Najeri brought in a new type of energy, new flows, and stronger social media engagements, while Jahshii was just nowhere to be found. And Jahshii couldn't compete without reinvention. But let's be totally clear, Jahshii isn't done. The man more talented than a favorite artist right now. Still young, and he's still respected in the game. I'm seeing him do a type of rebranding where he understand the marketing overhaul now. And this I will suggest Jahshii do on this new journey. He is going to rebrand his public image. Firstly, get a publicist or somebody will know about artists, public relations and all of that. Do a major sit-down interview, polished, professional, reflective. Drop visuals that show growth from street to strategy. Then, what I see him also, I don't know what I recommend is that he shift his musical direction. I see him do the collab them with the reggae artists, which I feel like that's your genre, you know, dog. I feel like that's your genre. Because you fit in perfectly with the reggae artists. So I want you to blend reggae, dancehall, and some Afro-Caribbean songs. I also want you to continue to focus on the uplifting themes, you know, the ghetto pride, the global hustle, not just survival. Relaunch on TikTok with mini stories about your journey. Tap into motivational, documentary-style visuals to make you more human again in the eyes of your audience. Invest in YouTube SEOs and social media ads to push your content internationally. Then we want some monthly drop songs, freestyle, visuals, behind the scenes. You know, start a ghetto youth talk. Because I only permit you're only a youth. If you're a young youth, you're very conscious. Start a ghetto youth talk vlog series to rebuild. And a lot of artists tend to make the mistake where they become viral and then continue to operate like viral artists. I want to know if you stop do that. Stop operating like a viral artist and start operating like a brand. I want to see structure, I want to see strategy, I want to see storytelling. When viral success isn't backed by PR strategy. You know, talent open doors, but branding keeps you in the room. And if him play smart, him can bounce back because him talented. Very good stage performance. You don't need to watch Jahshii stage performances. Even the BBC Radio 1 Extra totally transformed the type of performances that Jamaican artists gave when they had that platform. So him definitely can bounce back. Him have good music, him have good content. He just needs an audience again, like how he did have the audience in a COVID. When artists fall off, it's not always because they're untalented. Jahshii is very talented in his lyrics, very talented in his performances, very talented overall. He just need the audience eye and ear again because he lost it along the way. Guys, comment and tell me how you feel about Jahshii's career and if you think he can make a comeback.
Tough days, but me never complain. And rough days, client about strain. But me whole faith coming and no failure. Nah, nothing for losing, I game from 25 to life for God jail for. So at 25, yet on the